Hello, Tiffany.
Hello, Kat.
How's it going?
Not too bad, actually.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. Good. I think, are you getting snow right now?
Not currently, please
Okay.
God.
I know. I heard you guys got pumped. It has been 80 degrees for the past week and a half in Texas. So I
Whoa.
know. It's summer here, basically. Nice summer,
That's,
not like Texas summer, like New Mexico summer. It's really nice here.
yeah, that's insane. It's
Yeah.
been like in the negatives here.
Yeah. I I am trying to decide if I should just start my spring. It's almost Texas spring anyway, but it's like, are we getting another freeze? Should I cut all my plants back? But I don't know. It's been kind of wild. So
Yeah, interesting.
yeah,
It is February, by the
it is.
way,
Yes. Well,
when we're recording this.
yeah. I
So
think
80 is not normal?
no, it's not.
Okay, yeah.
It should be. I mean, at the most the 70s.
Okay.
But yeah, we had a freeze 3 or 4 weeks ago, and now it's 80 degrees. So
Hmm.
just a little gaslighting from the weather here in Texas.
Yeah, really.
But that's not what we're talking about. Non sequitur here. But so we have talked about period panties in the past,
Hmm.
um, but we've never just talked about plain old underwear.
Right.
So there are a lot of things about undies that make them different from like regular clothes, right? You don't want to buy used ones ever.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just give them to the thrift store when you're done with them either,
Yeah.
right? So what are the options and what's worth trying to green yourself up under there? Underwear? We're talking about underwear.
Nice.
Welcome to Greening Up My Act.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so we'll see how this. I wasn't like, I don't know. There's some aspects of this. I think this is one of those ones where you can't separate human health from the sustainability aspects of it. So
Right.
um, anyway, I'll just start with my sources here. Healthline, The Good Trade, Made the Label had an article on why organic intimates matter.
Oh, interesting. They probably sell them, but yeah.
Yes, of course they do. Good on You. Yeah, about Pact. That's who I looked at was Pact. So Pact's
Oh,
website, yeah,
okay.
and Pact's sustainability site. And then from Pact's sustainability site, I got some Simply Zero, Fair Trade Certified, and Vela, which I'll go into a little bit because it's very, very big on their sustainability claims of these companies.
Okay.
So a little quick notice: who are we at Greening Up My Act?
Am I answering that?
Sure, yeah, you can go for it.
I'm Tiffany.
Yes, and
Uh,
yeah, I'm Kat. Yeah.
yeah, we are two normal people trying to figure out how to live a little bit less impactful lives.
Yep.
Um, but also we have sort of a peek behind the curtain into marketing because we do marketing for our day jobs. So
Yeah. Yep.
we can hopefully see through some of the
Green
green
hooey,
hooey.
as we call it. Yeah.
Yes.
So trying to figure out what's worth doing and what's junk, basically.
Yeah.
And this season we're looking at fashion, and it just so happens underwear is part of fashion. Some would
Yeah.
say the most elementary part of fashion, but I don't know.
True. Yeah, it's interesting. I did you look at bras or just
No.
underwear?
Okay. So I want to caveat that. So I am only talking about women's underwear,
Okay.
specifically
Sorry, guys.
organic cotton. Yeah. And not even like sexy lingerie, you know, for a couple of reasons, which I'll get into. But yeah, not the men's underwear, which I think could have some of the similar issues.
Yeah.
Intimates are intimate for a reason.
Yeah, I think so. And then I'm sure there's organic cotton
Yes,
boxers.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Pact, who I looked at, sells organic cotton undies for men too. So, and just I have been thinking about buying a bunch of new underwear because I don't get a period anymore. So that's exciting. I don't need to have like period undies and week before the period undies and week after the period it's like I can just get some nice undies. And so I've been thinking about it. So this was an interesting research for me because I haven't looked into it really.
Yeah,
deeply.
good timing.
Yeah. So the meat and potatoes, what we're talking about tonight is sustainable underwear, right? It's probably the last bit of your wardrobe where you're considering sustainability, I would say.
Yeah, totally.
It's a weird one, right? Like I said in the intro, you shouldn't be buying underwear from your local thrift store, even if you can. I think most thrift stores offer brand new items that would still be in the packaging, but you're not buying.
True.
You're not buying secondhand chones. You're just not. Oh, I had a side story about this. So a woman I knew when I lived in New Jersey, she had a story about like her grandpa went to the doctor and he had crabs. And they're like, Grandpa, how did you get crabs? And like after some, a little investigation, a little asking, apparently he had been buying his boxers from the thrift store.
Oh my God.
So I don't know, like looking back now, I don't know if I believe this, but it might have been in the 90s that you could buy used underwear at a thrift store,
Yeah.
But so that's always kind of like, don't buy your undies from,
That is so funny.
Yeah.
That is so funny. And also horrifying if that's true.
Right. But I'm never going to tell anyone not to buy clothing, any item of clothing from a thrift store, because that has come up time and time again in this season as the best option for having a sustainable wardrobe is to buy from thrift stores. But panties, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say panties in this episode.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. Are we gonna
Yes.
use the word panties?
These are, and boxers, they're most likely to be the item you're going to want new, brand spanking new, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, how can you buy new underwear that also isn't destroying the world and its production processes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and again, I'm not considering bras. Men's is less fraught with questions, of men's underwear, like sexiness, visible panty lines, moisture wicking, not all the same questions that they ask for women's underwear, right? Those aren't considerations that men
maybe
necessarily
moisture
have.
wicking, but yeah.
Yeah, I think moisture, depending. I mean, if you're wearing like regular boxers, it's not really touching you so much.
Yeah, Joe. Not to.
Sorry,
divulge.
boys. We're talking about
Yeah.
your chonis. Yeah.
But I know he got like the. What do you call them? It's like sort of the techie material boxers. I think because we were going somewhere really hot, like Vietnam or something.
Yeah.
So I'm sure.
Well, yeah.
Sweaty. But.
And there's considerations for like if you're working out for women too,
Yeah.
So I decided to evaluate Pact because I'm in the market for new undies, and I was wondering if they live up to the sustainability hype they put out there, because they definitely advertise that they're sustainable. Yeah. So I do have to do an aside. There are health concerns with underwear, and what does that mean for sustainability? So underwear needs to be hygienic because it's touching your moist naughty bits. I'm using a lot of trigger words here tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, really. So according to that Healthline article I read, doctors recommend wearing 100% cotton underwear for this reason. They sometimes say like bamboo and other things too, but like natural fibers. Moisture wicking polyester can be good for working out, but you're going to want to change out of those when you're done with the workout. So you're going to have various undies.
And really, you're going to want to change out of anything. Well, hopefully, yeah. Workout, I mean,
yeah, if you're doing it right.
Cotton is just soaking it all up. So
exactly.
It's not comfortable.
Yes, and to drive that, you should also be changing your underwear at least every day.
Right.
More often if you're sweating, or, something comes up. Or if you just feel like it, I heard something, a friend of mine got in an argument with me about this, but I read something somewhere about we always assume that people in previous eras who didn't shower as much as we do. Oh, it was a Mary Roach book, I'm pretty sure. She was talking about how you don't, because like intimate clothing actually, if you change that more often, you don't need to shower as much because it collects the sweat and it collects the dirt mites and everything.
Yeah.
And so probably people in courts in, the medieval era or the Renaissance era just changed their undies. a lot.
Interesting.
And didn't need a shower as much. So, and peasants probably couldn't do that because they didn't have access to laundry and as much clothing. But that's why you could wear the same dress for a year and it not stink, is because you would change your underwear so frequently. So,
okay.
Something to think about, But,
save water.
Yeah. And you also should wash your underwear, especially your panties, after every wear. Unlike your bras, say, I don't wash mine after every wear unless I sweat in them.
100% not.
Or your sweaters, I don't need to wash the sweatshirt every time I wear it, especially if I'm wearing something under it,
Mm-hmm.
Healthline also recommends, they had a whole series of things about, like, don't wash your undies with clothes. Like, if you have family members or roommates who are sick, wash your underwear separately from their clothes. Or if you have an infection, wash that underwear separately from other items of clothing.
Just like the flu? Like any kind of infection?
Well, or a BV or a yeast infection.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And they also said you should replace your underwear every year. Especially if you experience infections like bacteria vaginosis, which is BV, or yeast infections frequently.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So...
I don't do that. But
oh my God.
I wait till they fall apart.
Yeah. For me, it's like getting new underwear is such a splurge,
Yes. Even though it's really, they used to be cheaper. They're really not that expensive, but.
Yeah, depending on, we'll go into that. But yeah, I remember when I was like, my mom would take us to Victoria's Secret and we'd get
oh my God. Victoria's
5
Secret's
payers of cotton panties for $5.
5 for 20. Yeah.
5 for 25. Yeah. And it'd always be like, do I want these? Or like you'd go through like the sale rack and it'd be $2 for like a thong.
Yes,
that was
only
like,
thongs or like the
mesh weirdness.
The ones that were like the little shorts. I don't remember what they're called. But
boy shorts. Yeah.
Yeah, those were horrid. They just like rode up.
Yep.
I'm like, either my body is shaped wrong or these are made wrong.
It's not you. It's definitely the clothing store. So
yeah.
Underwear is more expensive now, but you're likely to have a lot more underwear than you'll have, say, t-shirts, probably.
Right. Yeah.
Well, maybe not in fashion universe, but and you're going to buy new ones more frequently if you're following the health claims. So
interesting.
On top of this, you're going to be throwing used underwear away rather than recycling or donating it, most likely.
You can't recycle them?
Well, Ridwell will take used undies to be recycled in their mixed textiles.
Mm-hmm.
They have 2 things they do. They have clothes that can be donated to resell, and then they have a threads category, which is like things that are ripped or, that you couldn't sell in a thrift store. So like used underwear would go in that category. I'm still not going to give them my period undies. Those are going in the trash. I'm sorry.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say, I think I have put underwear in like our, like the bin that's at their dump.
Yeah.
That has like
textiles.
Fat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So
as long as it's not super heavily stained or mildewed.
Yeah.
Or got like paint on it or oil. Yeah. Those, So Mate the Label, their article explained why you want organic materials around your hoo-ha. So I didn't read it too thoroughly because it seemed to me like, first of all, it's on their website trying to sell their underwear. Excuse me. They're like, our tencel fabric is so, whatever. Mm-hmm. But there have been issues with undies that have PFAS, which are the forever chemicals. And there's concern about microplastics, right?
Yeah.
Because moist areas like your vagina are in close quarters down there, and they're more likely to absorb things more quickly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So to reduce endocrine or hormonal disruptions from PFAS, it's probably a good idea to buy items that are at least manufactured with an eye to preventing those chemicals, right?
Right.
So less plastic underwear, less, chemically treated. So it's probably not all total hooey to get 100% cotton underwear.
Okay. Is there 100% cotton?
I think it's all cotton except for like the waistband, maybe.
Oh, okay. Because I was just thinking they're so stretchy, but.
I mean, if you're getting granny panties with no stretch in them,
Oh, they don't have stretch?
Some of them, like Tidy Whities, kind of don't. You know,
Oh, okay.
the old. I think most of them are 95%. I think even the Pact ones are 95% cotton. So,
Okay.
but they're saying like it's 100% organic, whatever the cotton is in it. Mm-hmm. So that's the next question is, what is Pact?
Okay.
So Pact is an online American store that sells sustainably made clothes, especially loungewear and, yes, underwear. They also sell bedding, home goods kind of stuff. That's been new since I think I bought pants from them 4 or 5 years ago and had not been to there. It's like everybody's selling. They're like, well, we do organic cotton underwear. We might as well make sheets too, you know?
Yeah,
So.
I know. And I've tried to buy 2 different pairs of sheets from online companies, not them, but like online sheet companies.
Yeah.
That are like
Brooklinen
so
or
well rated. Not even Brooklinen, which I'm like, maybe I should have gone with them, but I don't trust
know.
them either.
No.
Because like I looked at all the best of. It's such bullshit. It's
It really
so
is.
annoying. It's all just paid. Don't
It's
ever
paid
trust
junk.
a best 10 sheet set. Don't ever trust that.
Yeah.
So I bought 2 different ones, and they both were garbage.
Yeah.
And
I
was
always my dad got me hooked on Consumer Reports.
like,
And it's now it's a
that's
paid
smart.
subscription.
Yeah,
but
that's the thing.
Consumer Reports is and Wirecutter tends to be believable. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had things with Wirecutter even though where I
Yeah.
got it and I was like, this is garbage.
I feel like because they send the best stuff to the New York Times, wouldn't they? You know?
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
They used to be really good. I can't remember what it was that I bought on their recommendation, and I was so disappointed in it. It might have even been the sheets.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Bummer.
I don't remember.
Like, who to trust anymore? Consumer Reports has been consistently good.
How much does it cost? 'Cause
I
might
don't
just
know what a
get
subscription is.
Might
But
be
sometimes
worth
you can
it.
just, like, kind of get around the paywall. And I want to support journalism, but, like, just ask Google, like, what does Consumer Reports say the best XYZ is? And the AI might bring up the answer.
Oh, gross. You're probably
Yeah.
right. I hate that. I'd rather just pay them.
I know.
I'm curious. We should probably even have that for
our show.
It'll be
yeah.
a business expense.
There you go.
Consumer Reports.
For our hobby. That makes us $100 a year, maybe.
Hey, you know what? It's still growing.
Yeah, it's true.
It's only $40 a year.
Oh, that's better than the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Might be worth it.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Anyway. Anywho, that's good to keep in mind.
Yeah. So, okay, all of Pact's stuff is organic cotton, they say. Plus whatever, elastane I think they use for their 5% for the elasticity stuff.
Okay.
For women's underwear, they offer a variety of styles, including thongs, bikinis, boy shorts, mid-rise hipsters, and briefs. And they also have packs or sets you can buy together with some cute patterns, colors, and even lace-trimmed options available.
Ooh.
If you're feeling a little snazzy. So my next question is, what sustainability claims does Pact make? And this is going to be a long bit, so buckle down.
Okay. Should we take a break or no?
No, let's.
Okay.
I
Do it
wrote a
after.
break in because.
All right.
Let's get through this and then.
Okay.
As I cough up along. Sorry, guys, I'm still coughing. Excuse me. Okay, so at the bottom of their organic cotton underwear for women page, Pact states, and I quote, and I wish I could show this to you because there's so many unnecessarily capitalized words in this.
Oh, no.
It's like reading a Trump tweet. Like,
Oh, gross.
German and Dutch might capitalize nouns, but in English we only capitalize proper nouns. So anyway.
Okay.
Pact women's underwear are made with organic cotton in a fair trade factory. Pact uses sustainable materials, ethical manufacturing, and is climate friendly and carbon neutral. By choosing organic cotton, we can create non-toxic clothing that uses 81% less water and 62% less energy. It's time to raise the standards for sustainable fashion.
Okay.
Okay. So, ignoring that they capitalize all the nouns.
Yeah.
And actually all the adjectives too.
Oh, no.
Yes, I know. Let's unpack what this means from their sustainability page. Okay. So number 1, water usage. They claim to save 1.3 billion gallons of water through their organic farming. I can't figure out where they got these numbers from. They claim that organic farming is what saves them water. Okay.
See, that's fascinating because we've heard the opposite.
Yeah. So I'll debunk their claims after I go through them.
Okay. That sounds good.
After the break. So they are GOTS certified, which we've discussed in the past, the Global Organic Textile Standards. So just to remind you, this standard requires the label contain 70% organic fibers at a minimum, which means those fibers are grown without synthetic pesticides, herbicides, or GMOs. The company has to complete due diligence to align with global regulations while upholding human rights and environmental standards.
God forbid there's GMOs in my bed sheets.
I know, my God, I care very deeply about this.
Christ. Sorry, I had
Yep.
to. Go ahead.
Baby with the bathwater. But the label must be certified through a third party of on-site inspection and certification processors, manufacturers, and traders. The company has to follow human rights and social criteria. The company has to follow environmental criteria throughout the entire textile value chain, including organic fiber production from certified farms, chemical input management to regulate the use of toxic chemicals like heavy metals or substances known to be harmful to human health or the environment, like PFAS. And this means even their colors and auxiliaries are highly regulated, so dyes, etc. They have environmental management and conservation, including wastewater and discharge water treatment and handling. They have to monitor energy consumption, waste management, emissions, and overall efforts to minimize environmental impact. Their accessories and additional fiber materials are also regulated, and all stages in the processing, manufacturing, and trading have to be covered by the GOTS standard, and they have to be able to trace the process.
Okay.
So it seems like if you just kind of slap that up, you're saying, look, we're doing this thing, right?
Yeah.
We don't have to show our work.
This was all on Pact's website?
Yes.
All that stuff? Okay.
Well, the link to the GOTS standard. They say they're GOTS certified, and then they link to the standard.
Understood. Okay.
So yeah, that's the thing. They list their sustainability claim and then they link out to it.
Okay.
I guess I didn't click on the link for the organic farming one. The water saved one. But I think they're kind of assuming that that's also covered in the GOTS standard on some level, that they have to keep track of it and they don't necessarily have to publish those findings. But okay. Their next claim is zero net carbon emissions, which is one of our favorites. So they say they measure the impact of every Pact product and offset it through reforestation, renewable energy, and community projects that sequester carbon from the atmosphere. And then they have this link to Simply Zero, which, as far as I can tell, is a personal sustainability program that you can subscribe to, anyone can subscribe to, for a monthly fee to offset your own personal carbon emissions, plant trees, and choose from higher social impact projects.
Did we talk about them?
I don't know if we have, but their website's pretty janky. I'm just saying, it looks like it hasn't been updated lately, and like there were a lot of fields that have like autofill text. Like it'll be like in the pricing subscription model, it'll have like brackets that say like insert number of trees here.
Oh.
Yeah, so like some of their code isn't working, I guess.
Interesting.
And
ad lib.
Right. And it's not clear how Simply Zero is involved in ensuring that Pact is net zero when it comes to carbon emissions. So that's another one where they just kind of, they're like, oh, we pay this company to make us be net zero.
Interesting. Okay.
So, okay. The next thing is that they are fair trade certified. So this is kind of actually, I think, a big deal. Pact says their factories are fair trade certified to ensure sustainable manufacturing, safe working conditions, and additional development funds are given directly to those working on site. So I don't know if we've talked about fair trade certification.
We haven't, but it's funny because my next episode, I dive into it a little bit.
Okay. So I just list what the fair trade certified system does. And I know it from working in coffee shops. Like we would have fair trade certified coffee, you know. So fair trade certified means the company ensures compliance with fair trade standards. Excuse me. Oh no, this is the system. The fair trade certified system ensures compliance with fair trade standards and issuing certifications. They work with market partners who purchase, label, and sell certified products, and they have to pay a fair trade premium. So Pact has to pay a fair trade premium to be certified. They support ethical practices and sustainable livelihoods for farmers and workers. They return money generated by that fair trade premium to the producers via the Community Development Fund. They ensure compliance with fair trade standards for agriculture, seafood, apparel, and home goods producers. They manage a democratically elected fair trade committee made up of representatives who handle the community development fund and projects. So this committee decides where all those community development funds go. And then they support community by ensuring farms and workers invest the most in projects that address the needs of their families and communities. I'm so sorry. I sound like...
No, it's okay.
So Fair Trade Certified is a pretty historic and well-recognized certification, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I was going to say, I did find, and I have heard sort of rumors throughout the years. I found a source, and I'll talk about it more in my episode, where some people say that it's more talk or like...
You're buying into a program.
Yeah, it's more like for the show than it is actually impactful.
Yeah,
but
I get
I
that.
think it's very nuanced because it's like it depends who you're talking about because it does impact some people. Well,
yeah,
maybe not everybody.
Yeah, and and I found that too, like it's also a way of vilifying, especially in the coffee industry, like small producers or, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, well, we don't really need to be certified for this because we already do it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
it's very expensive also.
It is. Yeah.
You have to like pay for it.
Yeah.
To be certified. So.
Yeah. So the last two things that they have that they say in their sustainability are responsible packaging. So they claim to use paper packaging instead of plastic. Mm-hmm. And then they had a link to a brand called Vela, Vela bags, which I thought was interesting. So they're a carbon neutral, Forest Stewardship Council certified recyclable paper bags.
Okay.
Their website looked pretty legit.
I think FSC certified is actually...
It is.
Like meaningful.
It is, yeah. So that meant something to me. And then they offer a closet clean out program. So it's through ThreadUp, who is my arch nemesis.
Oh, that is so interesting.
Yeah. But
they didn't use the trashy or whatever the other
No, they're using ThreadUp. So you can send your wearable garments to ThreadUp and get Pact cash. So basically, it's like selling your stuff through ThreadUp, except instead of getting paid through ThreadUp, you get credit at Pact. And they add a little more onto the credit at Pact than you would get from ThreadUp as like a bonus. So I don't know.
You said this is wearable stuff?
Yes.
Okay. So it's okay. That kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And that could be anything, you know, if you've got a lot of stuff in your closet and you need to send it to Goodwill anyway, you just print up a shipping label. You can slap it on any box or whatever and send them your clothes. But then it just depends. If your stuff doesn't sell, then ThreadUp can do whatever they want with it.
That's the thing with ThreadUp. I've tried to sell to them before, and it was like 1 out of my 20 things got actually sold, and the rest of it just got God knows what.
They say they donate it.
Yeah.
But like we talked about it when I went through ThreadUp, they definitely stole one of my dresses.
Right.
And told me it was had a stain on it, and somebody sold it for themselves. So. Okay. So that's their sustainability claims. Let's take a break and we'll come back to find out if this is something a normal person could do or afford.
Perfect.
All right, welcome back. You're still muted. What's going on here? Yeah. Your camera gave up.
I said thank you. Why am I so blurry?
Oh, yeah.
Why am I so blurry? Okay.
There we are. Your camera needed a nap. It took a break too. All right. So our next question that we ask is this something a normal person could do or afford? So let's talk pricing.
I'm curious.
Buying a single pair of panties from Pact will run you $16. So when I looked, everything was $13 each on sale. And that's for any of the styles. You're paying the same for a thong as you would for boy shorts or a hipster.
Which is kind of funny.
I know, because a thong is like nothing. But
yeah.
So if
it's
you
like
buy
kids shoes cost the same almost as adult shoes. I'm like, but they're so much
I know.
Yes.
Why do I need? And she's gonna wear them 3 times before she grows out of them. I know.
Yeah. Anyway.
So if you buy a 5-pack, it's $65, which is an 18% bundled savings discount.
Okay, 5-pack for 65. And you said they're organic cotton.
Yeah. So I did some comparison shopping.
Okay.
So if you pick up a 6-pack of Hanes cotton briefs at Walmart, it'll run you $10.99.
Oh, dang.
And they were currently on sale for $8.98.
Oh, dang.
Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we are recording this on Mardi Gras, and my boyfriend just handed me a hazy beer.
Oh, my God.
Wait, who is it from?
Jester King.
Jester King. Where'd you get it?
HEB.
He went to HEB.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so
It's a
happy
new
Mardi
one.
Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras. That's awesome.
Oh, it's the one he was talking. Anyway, he's a hazy connoisseur, my friends.
Oh.
So I am now drinking a hazy beer. Okay.
Yummy.
So $8.98 on sale. That's $1.83 per pair when they're not on sale. And that's a 6-pack, right? So Victoria's Secret has their plain old non-lace trimmed cotton panties for either anywhere from $10.50 to $12.50, depending on whether you want their logo on your waistband, which ew, why?
Ew.
Are kids still doing that?
I don't think so.
I do
Although
want to say
they're still in
there's
business.
pink. Yeah, there's okay. The guy who founded Victoria's Secret, I'm pretty sure he's pretty heavily in the Epstein files. So it's there's been a lot of hoopla on social media lately about how so much of our girlhood was I think the Limited 2 is owned by somebody who was friends with Epstein. These men owned these companies for little girls when they were friends with a guy who was abusing little girls. It's so
Oh my God.
awful. Anyway, excuse me. So Pact isn't the cheapest of the cheap, right?
Yeah.
They are less expensive than Victoria's Secret, which that's kind of the go-to middle of the road underwear brand for millennial women like myself. You're where should I buy underwear that I don't want to go to Target or Walmart. I'll go to Victoria's Secret because it's there, right?
Wait, they're less expensive?
They're about the same as Victoria's Secret.
Okay. Because I thought they were $16, right?
Well, they're 13 right now. They're on sale.
Oh, right. Okay.
But if you want fancy, yeah, they're a little bit more than Victoria's Secret. So if you care about your cotton being organic certified, which Victoria's Secret isn't, come back, camera, come back. There you are. And if you care about the factory being fair trade, and
Yeah.
you're comfortable paying a little bit more than Victoria's Secret prices, Pact seems pretty reasonable.
I was going to say that price is definitely more
Yeah.
than I pay, but
Yeah.
it's not exorbitant.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I Fenty and all these really nice designer brands. If you're going for this is just plain cotton underwear.
Right.
I don't know. Replacing it once a year, all this stuff. I don't know. It's not totally unreasonable. I mean, it is a lot.
Yeah.
But-
it is. You said it's 5 pairs for $65?
Yeah. I know.
Because you need more than 5, right?
You need 10 probably.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So most of their reviews say their undies are durable and comfortable for everyday wear. Their sizing goes from extra small to 2XL, which is, relatively inclusive, I guess. It's not super inclusive. But I did scan Reddit a bit, and some people are saying their sizing can be inconsistent and run small.
Okay.
And then their quality may have declined due to COVID era supply chain issues or just from trying to scale up to become a bigger company in recent years. So they get a 3.4 on Trustpilot, and they appear to have pretty good
Not
customer service.
Too bad, actually.
Yeah. But there wasn't a lot of just straight reviews of their underwear. It was mostly
Yeah,
their pants.
right.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of feel I'm kind of done buying from any of these brands for good stuff. It's I'll just go to I want to try it on and I want to test the quality before I buy it, and I'm definitely going to the thrift store first, if I need something new. So anyway,
Except underwear.
well, except underwear. But I mean loungewear, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, okay. Our next section is, does the earth-friendly message need to come back to Earth? I think, yeah, at least some. So first off, as we have noted, organic cotton is not necessarily the eco-friendly savior that we've been told, right? You
Yeah.
need to grow a lot more organic cotton to get the same amount of usable fiber as you do with conventional, which means it takes more land and it takes more water overall. Even if each individual head of cotton takes less water, you need more of it. So you are going to
Right.
use more water over the long haul. Good on You rates Pact as good, 4 on a scale of 1 to 5. But I think some of their details are out of date because Good on You still says they use some recycled packaging, whereas the Pact site says they only use the paper packaging.
Oh, okay.
So Pact or Good on You was saying that they use plastic, which
Oh,
apparently
okay.
they don't. Good on You also notes you can't tell how the company is reducing its energy use or greenhouse gas emissions or minimizing textile waste in its supply chain. They don't really, yeah, they don't show their work, right? And I
Okay.
didn't go into a deep dive of proving them wrong or right. I just clicked on the
Yeah.
links.
So for all
they-
that stuff, they don't have like a sustainability report or anything.
I didn't see one. No.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the fact that they are GOTS certified and fair trade certified means it gives me some hope,
Yeah.
which Good on You also said. I'm not, yeah, I don't know. It also, it's again one of those things where it feels like everything's kind of the Wild West right now with sustainability and like everybody's kind of abandoned it. So they could just be kind of resting on these laurels that they just assume nobody cares about anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. But so now we get into our favorite part, TLDR, our granola rating.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I wonder too if brands have sort of either a conscious or unconscious plan of building a reputation on being
Yes.
sustainable.
Yeah.
And then either they realize it's too hard and they don't want to do it, or they realize they don't need to. If
Oh, yeah,
they
people-
sort of already have that reputation.
Well, and
maybe they
I
don't
think
need it.
that's a thing that we're finding is that like you and I are digging into this and we care. And it's hard to find. Again,
Yeah.
we can't find where they show their math. And it's like they slap these claims up and maybe some of them are true, but they're way more nuanced and most consumers do not have the time to go through and be like, okay, well, what does that really mean for my
Right.
underwear that I need? Like I remember I went to a wedding shower for a friend of mine who was getting married like right after college and everybody was giving her advice on what to do. They're like, sometimes you can turn your underwear out if you didn't have inside out if you didn't have time to wash it. Like we don't have time to like dig deep into how really sustainable our underwear is if we don't even really have time to wash it every day,
No, totally.
I do just kind of want to just grab a 6-pack of Hanes from Walmart for $1 each and, wear it because I need underwear,
Yeah.
especially if you have like children, and if you do care about sustainability and PFAS and microplastics, then having a company that just has these little certifications up on their website, you'll be like, oh, thank God. Okay. I don't have to think about it,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And they
So it's-
know it and
and
they
yeah.
take advantage, not all of them, but some of them take advantage
Yeah.
of it, of the fact that like, so there's some buzzwords, people are busy, people don't have time. So,
And
that
it can
will
justify
convince them.
charging $16 for a pair of panties.
yeah. Yeah, totally. I remember when I was working, I think this is like an ADHD symptom, but, or like a sign. But I was working in a coffee shop when I first moved to DC, and I got to work and I was like, man, I was running so late this morning. I didn't have time to put on socks. And my friend was like, you didn't have time to put on socks? He's like, I didn't have time to make pancakes in the morning, but I had time to put on socks. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't wear socks today.
Okay. And that's sort of like, it's not like you have like one pair of shoes and so all the socks in your drawer. Like for me, there are some shoes I can only wear the no-show socks with, or like you need pantyhose with them, or so, it's like, so yeah,
Yeah.
there's just no socks happening today,
No, I don't know what happened, but
Yeah.
it just didn't happen. I literally think it was a time thing. I was like, if I don't leave right this second, I'm going to be so late.
And
So
yeah,
I was
it's,
always like running late.
that is an ADHD symptom, I think.
No, I know.
But no, that's funny though.
It's so funny.
I've had things where I've been like, have you ever like looked in the mirror later the day and realized that maybe you only put mascara on one eye. And the woman I was talking to was like, no, I've never had that problem. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I got so distracted between this and this that I just didn't do this. I don't know, you know. Like, I'm the type of person who will put the toothbrush in her mouth and then go do something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
one-handed.
yeah.
Like,
Yes.
or just hold the
100%.
toothbrush in your mouth.
Yeah, like watching me, I can almost like watch myself from above trying to carry things in from the car, and it's like two
You
trips.
idiot.
Just
Yeah,
do two trips.
Two trips. Yeah, me too. And I, like, the way that my car is basically I park off the street. There's a gate that comes into my backyard.
Yeah, and that's
so
hard.
I have to
One
like
trip.
the dogs will come running out of the house, and so I have to open the door and put the dogs in the car and then park the car in and wait for the gate to close. And then it's like multiple steps up to like, and I'll be carrying like 90 pounds
Yes.
of groceries. And I'm like, my legs are going to give out, you know? Like, this is definitely me pretending that I am not, like, in the next 10 years, this is going to be a broken hip problem, you know?
Right.
Like, because I'm just like, nah, I could carry it all.
Yeah.
No. Girl, 2 trips. 2 trips.
Yeah, I'm like dropping stuff, breaking stuff.
Yeah.
I have too much shit in my
Yeah.
hands. Yeah, every day.
And
I'm
it's
like,
just like, or like,
what's wrong with me?
I won't use the laundry basket because it's in the other room, so I carry the laundry to the...
Yes.
And
it's
just
all
like a
falling
sock,
everywhere.
and then you're like, and then another sock, and you're like, yeah. No, I can do it. I can do it myself. Like, we're toddlers. We're toddlers.
I know, it's so true.
It doesn't save you time.
I can do it.
I can do it myself. Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god, Joe's like, do you need help? No, I do not. Thank you, though. I'm
Yeah.
good.
So anyway, Pact.
Yeah. Granola rating.
The granola. So when I originally wrote this, okay, just to introduce this segment, we rank everything we review with a granola rating of 1 to 5 on a crunchiness scale, where 1 is soggy and 5 is break your tooth off. The crunchier, the better. When I originally rated this, I gave them a 4. I said crunchy, but now that I'm looking back on it, I think I'm going to give it a 3. I think they're chewy.
3's solid.
Yeah, they're certified in important ways that make them a good alternative to similarly priced brands like Victoria's Secret. Like, it might be worth paying a little more money.
Yeah.
And they're also going to be a better choice than Hanes if you can afford it, because PFAS really are a concern. And human rights. Like, the reason your cotton undies from Hanes are so cheap is because they're not paying laborers, you know? And same with Walmart. They don't pay people.
Right.
So that matters. Maybe less sustainability on an environmental factor, but to sustainability on the human factor, it does matter. Mm-hmm. So the GOTS certification, the fair trade, and then they do use recyclable paper packaging as opposed to plastic. They're you know, which is certified by the Forest FCS.
People.
Yeah, the Forest Group. And then, you know, they do have that kind of recycling program through ThreadUp. So that's something, you know, they'll give you credit, you know, but they don't explain their water usage, energy usage, or greenhouse gas emissions very transparently. They just kind of slapped other people's websites up.
Right. That is
And
weird.
Especially the net zero stuff kind of gives me the ick.
Yeah.
Because that's
Well,
such
that
a...
whole like 81,000 or whatever numbers they thrown out, and then they have no sourcing for it. It drives me crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do think they're fine, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that they're saving the world by selling undies.
Yeah.
And especially because it's just another website where they are making so much more stuff. If they were just selling underwear, I'd be like, cool.
I know.
But it's like, do you need another pair of leggings or another pair of sweatpants or another pair of, you know, like...
Yeah. That's the thing that drives me so crazy about all these websites. And I get it. It's a business.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll sit there and be like, sustainable. Buy.
Buy 5,
It's
get
like-
1 free. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, these things do not work together.
No.
They cannot.
No. It's not
and
possible.
we need to get this into our heads.
Yes. As consumers. It's our job to stop them by not consuming it. you know?
It's our choice, but it's so easy to get caught up in it and like
Yeah.
convinced.
I want to look young and thin in my sustainable thong undies, I guess. I
want to look like that girl. Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah. So that's Pact underwear. I think the thing is, again, you need underwear. You need clean underwear. You probably don't need 40 pairs of sexy panties. You know, like, it's nice to have nice lingerie. It really is. Mm-hmm. Once in a while. You know, special occasion undies are great. The ones that make you feel hot, those are fun, you know, especially when they're like your little secret.
Right.
Maybe buy those from a really high-end brand, Obad, or, you know, and have a couple of those and not 500 Fenty ones. And you don't need the subscription to Fenty, you know, and then have your 10 pairs of sustainable cotton undies that maybe you don't change every year, maybe every 2 years, unless you get infections or your doctor tells you to, you know, like.
Yeah.
But I am considering, I bought a whole bunch from NYX when I bought my period panties, and I was like, well, I need new regular underwear, and they're not cotton. And I'm kind of like, as I'm getting older, maybe it's like, yeah, maybe I'll just, they're also 3 or 4 years old now, so maybe it's time.
Yeah, there you go.
Time to let them
past
go.
due. So
Yeah, but I find myself reaching for like the 2 pairs of Hanes underwear I had left from my last pack I bought 10 years ago. That's what I wear to work out and stuff, because I'm like, so if that's, you know, and I work from home, it's not like visible panty lines are an issue, you know.
Right.
So maybe I'll just splurge, get some Pact panties and wear those every day and just be comfortable, you know.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm kind of convinced. Next time I need some, I'm going to look into them.
Yeah. We'll see. But I would give them a Chewy just because I'm a little skeptical about the numbers. So, still, their owner hasn't been proven to be friends with Epstein, so maybe that's a good sign.
That is good. Gross.
Okay. Yeah. So, next week, we're talking about the Ethical Silk Company?
Yes. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. Because we haven't talked about silk yet, and silk is kind of like its whole own thing.
It is. I hadn't even thought of that, because, you know, cotton has its issues. Silk isn't vegan, is it?
No, I don't think there's any way you could call it vegan. Well, we'll get into it.
Maybe we'll find out next week.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about the vegan part, but yeah.
Yeah,
There
that's,
is
I mean,
an option.
that is something that they said Pact doesn't talk about being vegan. I feel kind of weird. I get why people would be like, vegan processes for producing organic cotton materials, like they're not using, I guess, insecticides or herbicides in a certain way. But to me, it's like, it's not leather, so I don't need it to be vegan certified. You know, maybe cruelty free is something that you want to look for, but like, I don't care as much for my cotton undies about, you know, that kind of certification as I do for other things.
Right.
It's like, gluten-free water, you know, like vegan cotton undies gets a little, I understand why people would care about that, but it's something that I, from a sustainability perspective, don't think really matters in terms of clothes
in, like,
production
the
as
grand
much.
scheme of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fur, it's not leather, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so complicated.
Mm-hmm. Nuanced.
Nuanced. Cool.
All right.
Alrighty.
So if you're listening to us on Spotify or any of your other apps, could you please give us 5 stars or a thumbs up?
Takes
It helps
2
us a lot.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd
Just
appreciate
scroll
it.
all the way down to the bottom of our page and 5 stars.
Yes.
And then write a little thing if you feel like it.
Yeah.
That's
We
super
appreciate
helpful.
it.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening.
Yes. Thank you.
We'll see you next week.